Philion did a Predators pickup thing, by the way,
Emerging
which we're gonna be watching, of course. But yeah, I did a
Magazine's Inside Edition. This time we're here with Alvaro Orlando, also known as Cosmo, who is the winner of this year's The Pickup Artist.
I'm very persistent, aren't I?
Can I have a seat? Hi.
Yes. Would you like a seat?
As soon as I saw the girl, it was like, oh shit.
Bro, why does this slap so hard? What a fucking intro, dude. Am I in Night City right now? What the fuck is happening, dude? Are these like PUA guys? Are these guys gonna like fucking take us to Night City or what, dude? God damn, dude. What the fuck?
1970, a man by the name of Eric Weber released a book titled How to Pick Up Girls, which would go on to sell over 3 million copies. One might think that this was a brilliant piece of literature that took the Western world by storm, when in reality, it highlighted a disgusting underground subculture of sad, pathetic, entitled men that was a ticking time bomb. How to Pick Up Girls was a sad attempt at a gentleman's hand guide to get women to sleep with you. I can't even read the first page without a SWAT team coming to my house, so I'll just share a few special passages. You've just got to see more of her long, lean legs, her fine, rounded, her high, firm. For an instant, you'd even consider...
Is this like the Mein Kampf of like incel shit? Which ironic because like Hitler kind of was an incel too, but like, is this like the main fucking text, the main scripture of incel?
On literally the first page, he suggests that all men share the same fantasies. Whether you know it or not, you already have one great thing going for you when it comes to picking up chicks, and that is you're a man. As a man, it's your right, your privilege to approach women anytime you want, but women, they've got to sit there and wait. There was even talk to adapt this book into a movie.
And learn how to pick up girls.
In the very genesis of modern-day pickup culture, themes of misogyny, sexual assault, and male dominance were prevalent.
A man says women say one thing but mean another. Another man...
The author made another book after this describing how his own advice ruined his life. Wait, really? What the fuck? Is there redemption?
And teaches other men how to get women into bed. Meet Ross Jeffries. He says he got tired of being Mr. Nice Guy and being dumped by women. So he changed his ways,
Bro,
and he wrote a book for other
up.
men who feel the same way. It is called How to Get the Women You Desire into Bed.
Which is totally not predatory. He went on talk shows, media campaigns, and now relives his glory days ranting to the newer generation of pitiful men. Ross Jeffries can be linked to numerous members that started the pseudoscience that fragile men cling onto ever so tightly. He is noted as the mentor to Neil Strauss, Mystery, and a man named Louis DePayne. He was also portrayed in the movie Magnolia by Tom Cruise. And as you can probably picture by now, this whole pickup thing is gaining some steam in the 90s. Louis DePayne would go on to create alt.seduction.fast in 1994, which was the beginning of the online pickup forums and message boards. It was here where these freaks would don their screen names such as Juggler, Style, and God, this guy is nightmare fuel, Mystery. Other
Dude, come on. Mystery's goated, dude. Come on.
Such
What a
as
legend.
Juggler,
Look at the way he...
Style, and God, this guy is nightmare.
Also, this is just Cobra Tate. How many... Dude, is Cobra Tate just Style with under a different name? What's going on? You're gonna tell me this is not Cobra Tate, dude? I mean, come on. Bugatti! Bugatti! I'm in my fucking Bugatti! You wanna drink sparkling water? You wanna drink regular water like a pussy? You need to drink sparkling water! Regular water is fucking terrible! I love drinking sparkling water in my Bugatti!
Fuel, Mystery. Other pickup artists and self-proclaimed gurus would definitely pop up around this time, but unfortunately for us, they probably just terrorized women on the sidelines. You see, all of this stayed on the fringes of public discourse.
Bro, this is straight up Cobra Tate. Now using a funny little mustache goatee combination to hide who he actually is.
And remained underground. That is, of course, until Neil Strauss student of Ross Jeffries, published The Game in 2005. It reached New York Times bestseller list, and for the first time,
I remember
pickup
this.
culture went mainstream.
Oh,
Public
yeah.
perception was definitely still mixed, as new media would eat the stuff up just to get eyeballs on their content. Younger men with an identity crisis fell victim to pickup artist culture, and people with functioning brains laughed at how cringy this entire movement was. I mean, it was incredibly easy to laugh at the lack of self-awareness of the contestants on The Pickup Artist, which ran for 2 seasons.
Dude, look how sexy and cool these guys are, bro. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. You're just jealous. You're just jealous that he fucks. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
from 2007 to 2008 on VH1. And the host was, you guessed it,
a man who goes by only one name.
Mystery.
Yep. In the 2010s, pickup communities continued to burrow themselves deeper and deeper on 4chan, Reddit, and YouTube, but would eventually be met with bans and a serious crackdown. However, some communities still exist, and you can definitely fall down some dark rabbit holes if you go looking.
oh my God, I took notes from their books. I swear to God, got no bitches. Thank God. Thank God I found my savior and father figure Hasan. Okay, bro, chill.
With any cult, similar to a military, religion, or even company, you have terminology that makes each member feel part of something bigger. Let's be honest, it's just another excuse to create an identity, and this type of language takes the humanity out of these interactions. It is a sinister manipulation technique used throughout history, time and time again. If you really want to crawl down this rabbit hole with me, I'm going to have to show you the ropes.
This guy is my favorite, though, because he's like such a weirdo. The bald guy up there, like, that's one of my faves. What's his, I forget what his name is, but we watched this stuff before. He like yells. He's like, you need to not be a pussy. Like, that fucking freak, dude. He's like, you need to yell. And then he had like that nerdy kid up on stage one time, and he was just like ripping into him.
And it's not pretty. The first lesson is vocabulary. These are terms created on the deep, dark corners of forums, message boards, and unfortunately, books. By the end of this, you'll know how to think, act, and even behave like a pickup artist. Remember, these are not my words, and I apologize in advance for putting you through this. Which brings us to our first word, P-U-A. Pickup artist, pretty self-explanatory. Game, your ability to seduce women, which leads to getting laid. This is your swag. Infield, practicing your pickup artist skills by being a cringe lord in public. Routine, method of principles applied to seduce women. Are you funny, cocky, mysterious? Set, your routine that you do in a certain environment to seduce women. Some men literally treat this like a performance, such as stand-up comedy or a Broadway musical. Opener, your first words or actions to start an interaction. There's a bunch of these. Most of them make you look like an NPC trying to interact with real humans. AFC, average frustrated chump. You can thank Jeffries for that one. It describes a guy who is completely clueless with women. Target, women you are pursuing. Remember, this is not predatory at all. AMOG.
What the fuck? Dude, that's
Alpha
awesome.
male of the group. HB, hot babe. Sarging, slang for picking up women. Seduction layers. Online study groups for...
Bro, this shit is so fucking nerdy, dude. Okay, here's why it's so fucking nerdy. It's the same like militant principle, like or military principle of like putting everything under like abbreviations or acronyms. You know what I mean? Like the military loves doing this shit too, and they basically fucking think they're super cool by making this making something sound like more macho. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm fucking looks maxing, dude. I'm actually brain maxing today. It's like, dude, you're studying, okay? You're reading a fucking book. Oh, you found him?
Just never be a beta. Just never, ever do it. It is death. Never, ever, ever do it. Okay? Just wipe that out of your mind. It is...
Like, look at this. Dude, why would anybody be like, oh, yeah, no, this guy gets it.
Nothing good comes from that. Ever. Okay? The only thing good is if you're, like, in jail and you're about to get shot. You're like, okay, you know?
Wait, what? You're in jail and you're about to get shot?
Other than that, if you're in a free society, don't do it. It just doesn't happen. It cannot happen, okay? Now, going from there, and by the way, the sooner you accept this, the easier life gets. You're like, oh, life is actually awesome when you accept it. As long as you don't accept it, and you're like, I just want someone to like me for the real beta me, your life's gonna be freaking miserable. People around you will be miserable, and you will be miserable. So just get over it. Now, Okay, it doesn't mean to walk around paranoid. An alpha male is comfortable with themselves. Now, going from there, what you okay, the number one trait of an alpha is self-comfort. So just be comfortable with yourself. Stop being uncomfortable with yourself and hiding.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just never be a beta. Just never.
I mean, this guy. When I look at the confidence, I think of or a beacon of confidence and masculinity. That's what I think.
For men, the best depiction of this is John
I gotta
Hamm's
pee, I'll be
character
back.
in the Black Mirror special White Christmas. If you're a woman and watching this, yes, groups of men actually exist like this. Value, arbitrary characteristics agreed upon as good or bad by men in support groups. DHV, demonstration of high value. Spinning plates, dating as many women as possible or keeping them in your circle for as long as possible for your own self-gain. IOI, indicator of interest, body language that communicates if someone is interested in you. This is a dangerous notion. Look at this girl, she's twirling her hair. She must want to sleep with me. FTC, false time constraint, lying about somewhere to be to appear more important than you actually are, such as, my boys are leaving, but before I go, can I get your number? Negging, saying negative comments to a girl to put her down in hopes that she'll like you. It's faking interest by verbally communicating you're not afraid to insult her. Qualification, making the target think you're interested in her, such as, I like your eyes. That's good because I only date girls with blue eyes. Disqualification, making the target think you're not interested in her, often used in the opener, such as, I don't date blondes. Push-pull, the balance of qualifying and disqualifying a target to keep interest. Definitely not manipulative. Buying temperature, a spike in attraction because of your DHVs. You told her you just live in a Hollywood mansion. Peacocking is one of the main tenets of this godforsaken religion. Side note, this is why all of these disgusting men have absolutely no drip whatsoever. You can spot a pickup artist from outer space because of the amount of leather bracelets that they wear. Level 1 is wearing rings, necklaces, bracelets, or accessories.
What is this a meme? There's no way this guy unironically dresses this way.
Accessories because it is cool and interesting. Level 2, accessories because it is cool and interesting. Level 2, create an identity for yourself.
How many necklaces do you have on right now? 3. I have 3 necklaces on right now. 2 pearl necklaces and 1 fucking like lock.
Are you goth? Are you a surfer? How about the Wolf of Wall Street type dudes? Lumberjack? Anything. It doesn't matter, you just have to go all the way. The idea here is that you now look like you're part of a tribe. Level 3. Cringe. Do not do this. It will make people uncomfortable to be around you and they will hate looking at you. Level 3 is this guy. Mystery. Become a character. Cosplay every day. Voice tonality. According to pickup forums, they want you to speak loud, slow, and direct. Avoid filler words like and because that's low value and you're trying to be the AMOG, aren't you? Kino. Touching. And this is where it gets creepy. You can envision the nightmare of PUAs insisting on their students that they touch women to generate attraction. According to them, Kino is essential in closing, ending the interaction between pickup artist and target. Escalation, going from the bottom of an interaction, your opener, to your closing, the top of an interaction.
Bro, how much fucking brain disease does Philion subject himself to like pick up all these fucking terms?
According to these pickup goblins, the more you escalate, the better the set is. Day 2's, seeing the target another day. I'm gonna be honest, this video took a toll on me, and the only thing keeping me going
is a Helix mattress!
Neil Strauss was a self-proclaimed romantically frustrated writer and journalist who stumbled upon the online subculture of pickup in the early 2000s. He worked for major publications such as the Rolling Stone and the New York Times. He later left these companies as he was given the opportunity to become a ghostwriter for Jenna Jameson, a popular adult video star who was well connected in the LA scene. During this time, he would write under the name Chris Powells to hide his identity. He wrote an article called He Aims, He Shoots, Yes. At first, it reads like an incel's diary, full of self-deprecation and physical reasons as to why girls won't sleep with him, followed by the fact that he changed his entire personality and began his journey into the community, studying under Mystery and Ross Jeffries in order to change his life. As you know by now, Strauss released The Game in 2005, and it hit the New York Times bestseller list for 1 month from September to October, and it even held the #1 spot on Amazon for a brief time. Years later, in October of 2015, Strauss was asked in an interview if he had any regrets about being in the pickup scene. He stated, There are some really damaged people with hateful and distorted views of reality that gather other people who share those views, attracting people with neurotic wounds and character disorders. Great, so the man became a multi-millionaire popularizing the underground subculture and is aware of the damage it continues to cause men, which perpetuates rather disgusting treatment of women, later saying, "And the good thing is that they're all in one place online, so we know where to find them." Let's go back to the early 2000s where this all began. In 2002, two men named Owen Cook and Nick Coe founded a company called Real Social Dynamics, or RSD for short. Some of you may have heard of this company before because they were one of the biggest and most successful dating companies of the era.
What is the best way to get a girlfriend? Okay, and it's important to understand this as soon as possible.
But I'm not here to stroke their lost and forgotten egos. At its peak, the Real Social Dynamics website had over 3 million unique visitors a month. The target audience included men who wanted to get with women under the guise of self-improvement. RSD would hire numerous coaches that would fly around the country for seminars, boot camps, and in-field demonstrations of how to pick up women. Think of Neil Strauss's The Game as some sort of pickup Bible. The characters that I mention are all tied to this book in some way or another. Nick Coe is referenced in the book as RSD Papa. He had capital and a business background, so he was necessary in lifting RSD off the ground. RSD Papa has been keeping up his streak of being a loser since his glory days featured in The Game. He bought Twitter followers, considering he has 66,000 followers and doesn't even break 3 likes on his tweets. He has also bought likes, comments, and views to appear more important than he actually is on YouTube. Imagine that. Having to fake your DHV. I have a question for all the seduction men out there. Is this who you looked up to? Or was it him? Owen Cook is referred to in the game as RSD Tyler, and he's portrayed as a cocky opportunist. Wait, but I thought his name was Owen. Well, it is, but he stole his name from popular book and Hollywood cult classic Fight Club.
Dude, I love that, dude. I fucking love that. It's a cliche to be like, men watch fucking American Psycho and Fight Club and like don't understand the message and make their entire personality, or Wolf of Wall Street, and make their entire personality the character that's supposed to be like the, not character that you're supposed to be looking up to. But also, like, it kind of is true. It is true, dude.
Main character, Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt, is the split personality of Edward Norton. I guess the name Owen wasn't really cutting it. The thing about Owen is that he has the textbook origin story into the seduction community. His girlfriend broke his heart in college, he spiraled into depression, thought it was a good idea.
I mean, this dude, even with a full head of hair, looked like a fucking creeper, dude.
To strip his identity because no one would love him for who he actually is, and started playing pretend under the stolen alias Tyler Durden, using the sociopathic fake character as a basis for his new personality, stating, "I picked Tyler Durden because I thought he was the archetype of a very cool character who had to let go of his own identity and move on to a new one." As you can see, healthy behavior. Here on YouTube, it's
to be fair, Brad Pitt is pretty hot and cool. It's true.
Commonplace for commentary channels to roast gurus, giving pseudo-motivational talks in which they exhibit cringe behavior.
The type of person you'll never meet, ever. Because you're just a little three. And not only are you 3, but you're here to get help, and instead of getting help, you got laughed at by a woman, and laughed at by the entire crowd. And then a bunch of people, even quieter and more derpy looking than you, are gonna form in a group. Yeah, you're about to say something, I can tell? No? Okay, of course. So, okay. When I do that, by the way, what I'm doing is teaching.
But I don't blame anyone for not knowing the full context of it.
I mean, this dude looks crazy different now. Holy shit. His life really fell apart, huh? Like, he just straight up threw it all. He cast it all aside.
His past. The worst of his self-reports include: Canadian co-founder of RSD describes forcing sex on women. At one of RSD's boot camps in the US, Owen Cook shared details of an encounter with a stripper he had picked up the night before. His comments, recorded on video and posted online, are both graphic and disturbing. RSD removed the video from YouTube last weekend as the company was beginning to come under scrutiny. Copies have appeared, then disappeared from various other websites. In the undated video, Cook told a small group of men, "It was in the morning, she was taking a shower, and I don't think she wanted to have sex again, but I just threw her on the bed. He recounts how he proceeded to have intercourse with the unwilling woman, whom he described as just totally not in the mood. Cook explained his behavior by saying he didn't care what he did to her because he didn't plan to see her again. Cook then described in explicit detail how he proceeded to have intercourse with the woman, saying, "And I'm like, I'll just make this quick because she doesn't even want it." In other RST videos that can be found online, Cook used a gay slur, referred to a woman as a bitch, spoke with an Indian accent, and told his young son, "You're an accident." That's right, you're an accident.
I have two of them. I got another one. He's passed out under there. I was hoping he'd be awake. It's Dylan, my other son. But, you know, that's what happens if you think that just because you had one kid that if you don't put her back on the pill right away that, you know, that the second kid will be avoided. So that's the other lesson for you.
This guy has kids? Like, and not one but two? I mean, the way he's talking about his children is not very surprising. I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that he has children, however, is, okay?
That's if you're really dumb. So, yeah, that's right. You're an accident. You're an accident.
Now, RSD Tyler has tried to wipe the internet clean of every incriminating video and runs two YouTube channels, Owen Cook and Owen Cook Free Tour. He does this thing where he posts so much content full of...
I just don't understand, like, why anyone would look to this dude and be like, yeah, this guy's a beacon of masculinity. Like, even from a purely aesthetics basis, which is what, like, a lot of people operate off of, you know what I mean? Because, like, let's be real. The starting point for many human beings is on aesthetics. Like, that's what they cling to. That's what they see, whether it be good or bad. Like, you know, people look towards figures that they find to be relatable or whatever. Oh, I guess that's what it is. They probably look like him and they're like, oh, I relate to this guy, actually. Like, I'm kind of like that guy. So if he can do it, then I can too, maybe? Okay, well, anyway, from the aesthetics point of view, it kind of doesn't still make sense. Like, there are less weird-looking dudes out there, but what do I know?
Rants about literally nothing in an effort to inundate...
Like, no one looks like this, bro. Look at this fucking guy. What does he do? This guy is what my fucking haters on the internet think I look like, okay? Or wish I looked like, rather. All right, homie's dressed up like a fucking Grand Theft Auto starter character, you know what I mean? He literally looks like a guy who gives you, like, a quest, who's, like, a secretly in-the-closet gay DJ or something, you know what I mean? And he's like trying to get you to kill his boyfriend. Straight up.
Social media platforms with the new version of RSD Tyler. Julian Blanc, one of the main reasons why Real Social Dynamics had to pivot. In 2014, executive coach Julian Blanc was...
In the head of a lot of incels, there's no difference in your vibe and his, unfortunately. My vibe and his, if incels found his vibe to be similar to my vibes, they would at least fucking listen to me. But they don't. They fucking listen to that guy and think that guy is telling the truth and think I'm a fucking asshole. And also, I don't even think that's true, actually. What the fuck do you mean? Incels literally despise me because I think like the only reason why I've ever achieved success in the marketplace of women is because of my looks.
Was considered the most hated man in the world. In a now deleted video where Blanc teaches RSD members at a seminar, he says, "You can do what you want. I'm just romping through the streets, just grabbing girls' heads, just like head pff, on the dick, head on the dick, yelling Pikachu."
Like, my never leaves a girl's mouth. It just pops out every second for air, like here and there.
Julian Blanc is a self-proclaimed pickup master. He travels the world holding seminars to rooms full of packed men.
I don't understand, like, why are they teaching how to commit rapes? Like, why is this legal? What is happening right now? Am I, like, taking this too literally? Are they joking? I'm trying to be as charitable as possible. But, like, even in the most charitable interpretation of what's happening here, it's literally a room of dudes listening to a guy teaching them how to do rapes.
Teaching them ways to pick up women, including forcing their heads towards his crotch and, incredibly, by choking them.
At least in Tokyo, if you're a white male, you can do what you want.
Attracted a caveman back in the day, okay, or cave woman, is still what attracts a woman today.
For a man whose prime objective is to earn the favors of women, right now, his misogynist ways are doing anything but.
Bro, what is he doing? He's just like raping people. What the fuck? He's like sexually assaulting people on camera. What the fuck is going on, dude? Motherfucker thought he was at the fucking Marine Corps base. You know what I mean? Like, he's just...
He then got humiliated on live television and claimed his actions were a bad attempt at edgy humor.
With those pictures there that you're referring to, of again, like choking women, I just want to make that clear, that is not what I teach. Like those pictures there, again, was a horrible, horrible attempt at humor.
In 2016,
called out by
an article
Cuomo?
was run titled Controversial Pickup Artist Company
Interesting.
Still Active in Canada, which pointed out real social dynamics having a resurgence in Canada, with RSD Tyler and RSD Julian hosting boot camps once again. Julian now works as a trauma release coach. Imagine that. You have a grocery list of allegations against you, and you become a fucking trauma release coach. There were other RSD coaches as well, but talking about them any more than surface level gives them too much attention, so I'll be brief. RSD Jeffy had a van and wrote a book called Get Laid or Die Trying. RSD Todd got fired from the company, which pissed.
I feel like that's like a promise. You know what I mean? Like get laid or die trying is like yeah, you're gonna get shot and killed when the police end up fucking coming after you after the sequence of sexual assaults that you have pulled off in the small town in Texas that you were in.
Pissed off a lot of members as he was a fan favorite. He dances around the topic, always
Okay, maybe not the cops, but like I would say, you know, like the posse.
Pissed off a lot of members as he was a fan favorite. He dances around the topic, always citing he can't explain more because of legal purposes. RSD Alex cut ties and started his own pickup business. And lastly, RSD Max became a hustle porn peddling guru, otherwise known as Max Torno. And it was later discovered that RSD's teachings were a one-for-one copy of the Mystery Method book. In 2018, a Reddit thread compiled every single potential assault committed by RSD, and it absolutely blew the lid off the company once again. But now, the thread is a ghost town, with every link being broken, unavailable, or leading to a copyright message. Perhaps this story is a lesson in how fast the internet moves. Real Social Dynamics was a flash in the pan of internet culture that appealed to sad, lonely men. At their peak, they were known as the top dating company in the world, despite advocating for manipulation under the guise of self-help. None of the members were criminally charged despite admitting to numerous accounts of assault, and it seems as if each member was able to successfully rebrand in some capacity. Sometimes all it takes is doubling down and posting so much that you drown out the noise of your past self.
Hide the truth! Hide it, hide it, hide it! Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait! Lie, 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 lie!
This is always my most this is the most interesting part of this. Like a lot of these dudes can never actually find willing participants, like willing female participants to be a part of this like weirdo shit. But sometimes they do. And when they do, I'm always like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, I guess clout is like a disease, you know what I mean? Out of context, dude, come on, brother. Like, I mean, these guys he stole. No, the narrator is an incel. No, God, old. No, he got old. He doesn't care anymore. This is edited. They're not. This is edited. He doesn't care, Hasan. He's very skilled, Hasan. What? Oh my God, this is awesome. We found like a person who, listen, Chega de Polvilho? I don't know what that means, but listen, I don't know if you're like trying to get me to say some dumb shit with that name, but I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Listen. These guys are not good, okay? Don't defend these guys. I promise, dude. I promise these are not good dudes, okay? You can save yourself. White man can literally admit to assault and then just rebrand and continue to assault. Bro, save yourself, brother. This is not good for you. If you're in here, I mean, dude, we watched him literally fucking sexually assault women on camera, so I don't know what you mean that this is heavily edited. Holy shit, yo. This is not good.
Lie and lie and lie and lie and lie! Have no integrity whatsoever, and then be surprised when anybody with half a brain doesn't take our crap! Just keep doing that again and again and again and again and again and again! Take it!
But some people never forget.
This was a good video, though, by Philion, friend of the show, Philion, called The Predators of Pickup.